श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ओम श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सुप्रभातम। हरि ओम। We will chant the stuti. नवधा भगति कहूँ तो ही पाही, सावधान सुनु धरु मन माही। प्रथम भगति संतन कर संगा, दूसरी रति मम कथा प्रसंगा। गुरपद पंकज सेवा, तीसरी भगति अमान। चौथी भगति मम गुणगन, करई कपट तजिगान। मंत्र जाप मम दृढ़ विश्वासा, पंचम भजन सुबेद प्रकाशा। छठ दम शील बिरति बहुकर्मा, निरत निरंजन सज्जन धर्मा। सातव सम मोहिमय जग देखा, मोते संत अधिक करि लेखा। आठव जथा लाभ संतोषा, सपने हूँ नहीं देखहि पर दोषा। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। Yesterday we saw the sixth form of bhakti. We also made a clear indication. Bhakti also means working on myself, preparing my mind to think of Bhagavan alone. That is called bhakti. येन केन प्रकारेण मनः कृष्णे निवेशयेत्. You may also say मनः शिवे निवेशयेत्, मनो रामे निवेशयेत्. You may say anything. But येन केन प्रकारेण. Excuse me. So, preparing my mind. How should I prepare my mind? I must prepare my mind in two ways. How? One is increasing the duration of my mind reveling in the thoughts of Bhagavan. And two, reducing the opportunities for dissipation of energy through reveling in the whims and fancies of the world. And both are equally important. Why both are important? One is reducing our habits of going away from our true nature, which is so casual, it's so, as though natural. We have developed our habits to such an extent that the mind naturally goes out. It has developed a habit of not seeking permission from ourselves to go away from ourselves. That is the power of the mind. That is the strength of the mind. In fact, one of the acharyas, while commenting on the Gita, he says, it appears to be more powerful than Bhagavan at many times. Because that is the pull, that is the dragging capacity of the whims and fancies of the world, which deceives the mind and takes the mind away from our path. Manaha chanchalam asthiram. So what is the practice which we have to bring in? Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Bhagavad Gita says. One has to develop the abhyasa of withdrawing the mind from the worldly aspects and rechannelizing the mind towards Bhagavan. That was said while saying Chata, Dama, Shila, Birati, Bahukarma. Bahukarma meaning what? Increase them. Increasing in what? Increasing in mastery over the senses. So that I have the hold of the mind and I am not in the hold of the mind. Dhamma, Sila, through which I reduce my habits and develop better character. How do I do that? Virati. Virati is what? Vairagyam. Vairagyam, now see, this has to be very clearly understood. Very many people think Vairagyam is giving away. And some people give useless justification. Swamiji, why should I give up? Human life is meant for enjoying. See, can a dog enjoy life? Can a donkey enjoy life? They cannot enjoy. Only human beings can enjoy. And the life is given to enjoy. Therefore, enjoy. Shastras say, continue. Why continue? You will understand later when I don't have the capacity anymore to enjoy, the suffering is doubled, tripled. then all that what I have enjoyed. At that time, regrets alone will remain. Parampuja Gurudev says, regrets of the past, anxieties for the future, and excitement in the present are the most experienced activities of a human mind. Meaning what? The mind is not stable. Mind is not sthira. The mind is not available in the present. Therefore, when the mind has been addicted to running away behind the whims and fancies, then what is it that I have to do? The first step in the process is retain the mind. First and foremost process. Take control of the mind. When I take control of the mind, then I have the mind to send it wherever I want it to go. To take control of such a mind, and if I want the mind to be in the thoughts of Bhagavan, how do I take control of the mind? Dhamma, Sila, Pirati. So beautifully represented. Dhamma represents Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Sila represents the character of a person gained through habits of noble activities. And Birati, Vairagyam represents Sadhana Chatushtaya, which brings Jnana Yogyata. And unless these three are got, knowledge of the Supreme, bhakti towards the Bhagavan is impossible. Therefore, one has to do, and not occasionally. Swamiji, from January 1st to January 31st, I will be very spiritual, Swamiji. After that, what? Kshine punya martilokam vishanti. That is why he said, Nirata, Nirantara, Sajjana Dharma. Sajjana Dharma is what? Always reveling in the thoughts of Bhagavan. How does somebody become a saint? How does somebody become a sage? How is it that he is respected? How is that we are suspected? Only due to our own actions and the attitude behind the action. Think. If this is understood, then what do I do? Nirata, Nirantara. At all period of time, think of Bhagavan. Swamiji, doesn't it look very fanciful? Doesn't it look very idealistic? Doesn't it disturb me from my, the justification given? Doesn't it deserve from my regular duties, Swadharma? When I understand Swadharma as an offering at the feet of the Lord, my regular duties as a seva to the Lord, who is in the form of the people around. Naraseva, Narayana Seva, Jana Seva, Janardana Seva. If this is understood, that very work which I am doing to whoever it may be, that also can be done with an attitude of puja, with an attitude of seva, with an attitude of service. And all these three will come when I accept the fact that everywhere there is only Bhagavan. Why? Because Upanishad says, Tatsrishtva Tadeva Anupravishat. Having created this world, Bhagavan pervaded in this world. Therefore, taking the other also as Bhagavan is not a very difficult task. I can take everybody, Swamiji, but not my neighbor. He always fights with me. Ah, probably we will have to show a little more concern. In the Shastra, there are 4 steps. Sama, Dana, Bheda, and 4th one is there. Danda is there. When Samadana Bheda does not work, Danda is to be used with love. For what? For the sake of good of the other. Thus, I find the whole world is nothing but an expression of Bhagavan. That is now said in the 7th form of puja, which we will read. सातव सम मोहिमय जग देखा माते संत अधिक करि लेखा आठव जता लाभ संतोषा सपने हूँ नहीं देख ही पर दोषा. Acharya says, Satama Sama Mohimaya Jagadekha. What is the 7th form of bhakti? The 7th form is, I see the Jagat, Jaga, as what? Mohi Sama. Mohi means me, Sama is as equal as me. Satama Sama Mohimaya Jagadekha. I see the whole world is nothing but my expression. Now, if you look at it in the Vedanta standpoint also, there is only consciousness everywhere. There are only 2 standpoints. The first standpoint is the absolute standpoint, and the second standpoint is the relative plane of existence, relative standpoint. And all of us are today experiencing this relative standpoint, and what is the purpose of this human life is to come to understand the absolute standpoint. But absolute standpoint is not possible unless and until I understand the functioning of the relative standpoint. Everything in this relative world can only function with the presence of Bhagavan. To consider this world as mithya and then say Bhagavan alone is truth, ekameva advitiyam brahma, is the way of the one who has already reached the absolute. To say even Rama, Krishna, Shiva, etc. are all avatara, that is in the relative plane. In the Maya Jagat, even that is also part of Maya. Ekameva advitiyam brahma. A jnani can tell. A jnani can express that, yes. And that is the truth also. But we have not reached that state. Therefore, from the standpoint of relative existence, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Shiva, all are to be accepted so that my mind can connect with them. By the mind connecting with the higher as Bhagavan, the mind becomes purified. What is purification of mind? Purification of the mind is nothing but reducing the thoughts of the mind and reaching the highest level of total pure mind, which is no mind. Amanaha is the state of the pure mind where there is no mind. Now don't sit there and think, Abba, Swamiji, never mind, let it be there. No. Every sadhaka must attempt to reach that state of no mind. That is the practice which we do in the name of meditation. To reach there, I require an alambana. I require a support. I require a tool. I require a pole to hold. And this pole is accepting that very supreme Parabrahma Tattva Paramatma as or in the form of Rama, Shiva, Krishna, Devi, Ganapati, Hanumanji, Khuda, Allah, Jesus, Alpha, Beta, Theta, anything you want. Personification of Bhagavan and offering every single thought and activity at the feet of Bhagavan and say idam namama. This is the way Shastra has given. Now look at that. Mohi samamaya or sama mohimaya, seeing everything as Bhagavan is very important for every sadhaka. And how do I look at that? When I look at them with pure, uncontaminated, unsullied, asking nothing, demanding nothing, anticipating nothing, expecting nothing, just love everybody as Bhagavan. Not because of what they are, in spite of what they are. This is greatest sadhana. It is not so easy. Why? Even in a family, there are so much of differences. The love for a son might be greater than the love for a daughter, for a mother. For a father, love for the daughter becomes greater than the love for the son. It can be vice versa. My daughter is more dearer to me. There is nothing called more dearer and less dearer. Think. It is an expression forced by certain circumstances. But there cannot be difference. It is always equal. Think. But in the transactional world, such differences happen, and the mistake what we do is we entertain, encourage and nourish those differences, and those differences become almost permanent, and then Bheda Bhava takes place. My right side neighbor is better. He is a good person. My left side neighbor is not a good person. He always fights with me. This person never understands me. That person never looks at me. This person doesn't smile at me. All this petty, childish, cheap thinking takes us far away from accepting everybody as the expression of Lord. Think. The examples what I have been giving are very small, petty examples. It can go to any extent and create great barriers, great wall of differences, and life becomes miserable. Life can be made more worthwhile. Life can be made more beautiful. Life can be made more enchanting, encouraging, inspiring. How? By this very thought, Samamohimaya Jagadekha. Look at everything as my own expression. And then he says, Mote Santa Adhika Karilekha. He is one person who is very dear to me. Bhagavan says, he is one person who is very dear to me, who even takes the Santa Purusha to be greater than Bhagavan. But at the first stage, to see everybody equally is the greatest sadhana. Bhagavad Gita says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shunichaiva Shvapakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Everything is existing only because of the presence of the Lord. And one step further is Mote Santa Adhika Kari. To see the Santa Purushas, to see the Guru who takes people towards Bhagavan as even greater than Bhagavan is the seventh form of bhakti. Then Acharya says, Athava Jata Labha Santosha. The eighth form of bhakti is what? Jatha Labha. The same thought again in the Gita we find Yadricha Labha Santushtaha. Yadricha Labha Santushtaha. Whatever comes, I am fine. This is very, 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 very difficult because we always are looking forward to more and more. Like in the insurance companies, they give you a target. In case you reach the target, they are not happy. What do? They increase the target. In case you reach that target, again target is increased. Similarly is our mind. What is our mind? We have a desire for one cycle initially. Cycle came. Now, earlier we were walking and we were thinking, one cycle is sufficient, Swamiji. It becomes so difficult to walk. In fact, cycling, you have to put more pressure on the leg. Is it not? Cycle came. Oh, Swamiji, now I am feeling more pain in my leg. I think I should go for a moped. And from moped, directly I jump to one bike. Demanding a bike. And then you say, bike is so risky, Swamiji. Better is to have a four-wheeler because I am more safe in a four-wheeler. And four-wheeler, I want a bigger four-wheeler. I want a SUV. Why? I have to take my family also outside. Maruti 800 is very small, Swamiji. Think. There is no end. There is no end for asking, demanding. This is the way we develop greed in our own mind. Therefore, Acharya says, Jatha Labha Santosha, meaning what? Yatha Labha Santushtaha, remaining happy. Come what may. Tell me, what is it that we require? All that this body requires. In case I consider this as me, all that this body requires is 6 feet by 3 feet by 2 feet. Beyond that, everything is waste. Is it not? Why? You can't carry anything. Let us suppose you can carry along with you, then whole world is not sufficient. That much of demands and desires we have. Thank God we can't take even one grain of sand with us. That is why Alexander put his hands out of the coffin. He had instructed, when I am dead, put my hands out of the coffin and nail me. Why? Let people understand I have not taken anything. I have conquered the world, but I can't take even a grain of sand. Therefore, agate swagatam. Acharya Shankara says in Sadhana Panchakam, vidhivashat praptena santushyata. Kshudvyadhischa chikitsyata. Treat the disease of hunger. We go on eating ruthlessly, restlessly, shamelessly, with no control. We go on eating. Papa Vaishvanar Agni should work all through the night, and by the time it finishes, you start again. Think. So much we want, so much we want. We go on wanting to enjoy, embrace, indulge, enjoy in this world. Think. Where is the end? And by going behind all of them, are we getting that santosha? No. Tushti is never got. Therefore, Acharya says, if only you want santosha, if only you want happiness, yatha labha, whatever comes, accept. Treat hunger as a disease, not an object of enjoyment. And when you have a disease, what do? You take the medicines as prescribed by the doctor, and that's it. The course is over, then you should stop. If you continue, again the problem will come. Therefore, Kshudvyadhischa chikitsatam pratidinam bhikshaushadam bhujyatam. Eat everything, meaning enjoy life as though it is a bhiksha given. When you go to somebody's house for bhiksha, or let us say somebody comes to your house for asking food or money or whatever. Let us suppose that person says from outside the door, they says, Amma, masal dosa kodi amma. You will get wild. Even though, let us suppose, on that day, at that time, you were preparing masal dosa and the parimala went out in the outside also. And he understood that there is masal dosa going on. But still, what will you do? Amma, bhikshe kodi amma. Bhavati bhiksham dehi. He will never ask, give me masal dosa amma. Then you will send him. Even though you might have masal dosa at home. Think. Therefore, asking is accepting whatever comes. Agate swagatam. Gachantam na nivarayet. When it goes, don't stop. Let it go. Why? Something else will come. That is the way of life. Therefore, yatha labha santushtaha. Second thing, the more I go on asking for, the more the mind wants. Mind never gets satisfied. It is like pouring ghee on fire. Fire, whatever you put, it will consume and ask for more. How do I stop that fire? Don't add fuel. Vishayan vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Gita says, Vinivartate, Vishayaha Vinivartate. The things and beings will go away from you. Whom? Niraharasya dehinaha. The one who does not add fuel to it. The one who does not ask for it. Then they won't come near me. Why? Because you have not asked for it. Think. Only a smoker will ask for cigarettes. And for eternity he will go on smoking. Chain smoker he becomes. But the non-smoker, even if you keep in front of him 1,555 or Rothmans, Swamiji, how did you know all these names? Oh, people come and talk to me. What they think? They talk of Brahman? Think. You keep that in front. It doesn't make any sense. You keep one bottle of, rum or wine or whatever. It doesn't make any sense for him. Why? He has no connection with that. Similarly, when I disconnect myself from that thought of having joy in things. when I devalidate that the things and beings have any joy, then I have to validate only one thing, that is Bhagavan. Look at it the other way. When I validate Bhagavan alone as a person who gives me happiness and nothing else in this world, then whatever little comes, I am happy. Why? I am not longing for them. I am not seeking them. I am not desperate for them. I am not attached to them. They come, they go. Like in a parade, I stand at the witness accepting the salutes, but I don't go in the parade and march with them. I become the Sakshi. When I thus become the Sakshi of all the things and beings and incidences and situations and circumstances that is happening in the world, but I am no more part of them, I have plenty of time to think of Bhagavan. And what is the best way? Yatha labha santushtaha vidhivashat praptena santushyatam. Today I got this much? Fine. Today I didn't get anything? Fine. Today I lost something? Fine. This accepting attitude is most important for every sadhaka to transcend all that is happening in the world. To transcend the movement of the mind, like the pendulum what we saw yesterday. Therefore, आठव जथा लाभ संतोषा सपने हु नहीं देखई परदोषा. Sapne ho, in the dream even, do not see paradosha. A very, 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 very big sadhana. A sadhana which appears almost impossible. Why? Because, now see, the dosha in others is nothing but an expression of my own mind. Now, this is very, very, very difficult to understand. This is very difficult to accept also. Why, Swamiji? It is not my mind. I can see that that person is very bad. It is their pratyaksha. Then what happened? I continued thinking, that person did this person did that, he should not have done that, he should have done this. What is my business? Instead of wasting my time in thinking all about other people, whether they are good, bad, indifferent, let me focus my mind, taking it to thinking of Bhagavan. Now see, what happens, I will tell you. When I am thinking of the other person, constant thought of the other person's goodness or bad, whatever. In case that person is a Santa Purusha, he has got lot of noble qualities, and I think of that person all the time, I want to imbibe that person's qualities to become more nobler. Well and good. Accepted. But then, that should actually fructify, graduate in me being a noble person, becoming a noble person. It is not only thinking good of the other person, I must imbibe those qualities. And when I see something bad in the other person, instead of go on thinking about that person as bad, that person did this person scolded me, this person took 10 rupees from me 23 years back. Instead of constantly, now please note, while I entertain negative thoughts about an other person, yad bhavam tad bhavati, my mind becomes negative. Think. That person has his own way of life. That is his way of life. I have nothing to do with that person. In Kannada they say, Nai bala donke. I have nothing to do with the dog. The dog has a, what do you call it, turned, twisted tail. Then you go search for one PVC pipe and then you put that pipe behind in the tail and say, you better be straight. After 1 month, you want to slowly remove and say, now I am sure it will be straight. I had no business. It was none of my business. I removed. What will happen? You think the tail will become straight? Dog will immediately turn the tail with joy and gratitude. It will shake for thanking you to have removed that. And it is like that only. Why? Prakriti dharma. It is like that. Why do I have to worry about it? Ye tat tato bhavati. Think. That is why Gita says, Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. What is Swadharma? Minding my own business. What is paradharma? That which is none of my business. Therefore, stop thinking about the world. Stop thinking about the people. Stop worrying about the world. Why? I have better things to do. Think. Look at that. Jata labha santushtaha, at the same time, sapnehu nahi dekhahi paradosha. Even in your dream, don't think of the other person's dosha. Why it is a dream, sapnehu? Because dream is the only place where all that I have collected in the daytime throws up in my dream. Thank God others don't know. Sometimes we only in our dream also express what is inside by shouting loudly. That is another extreme. But in dreams, I throw my own mind. What is collected? And what is there in the dream? All nonsense will come. When I think of the dosha only of the other person, even in my dream, the same person will come and torment me. Why? I have developed so much of thoughts on that person and the person's action. What is expected here? Jatha labha santosha is why I am happy, I don't need anything. Then what do I do with that? I turn my mind towards Bhagavan. Santosha is what? When I don't need more. When I don't need more, then I have enough time to turn my mind towards Bhagavan. And therefore, Acharya says, most of the time, this is the very nature of the mind. What is the nature of the mind? The mind can always be happy. It is capable of being very happy. But what happens? It always, whatever it sees, there are two things. One, you can find goodness in that. And two, you can also find faults in that. There are these two types of people who always see goodness in something and the other person always finds fault. The finding fault attitude can only disturb my inner mind and it can do nothing to the external world. This is a very, very important lesson. Me finding fault with the external world will not change the world even a millimeter. Remember this. Why? The external world has expected me to change. Have I changed? During our Vedanta course, the completion of Vedanta course in Sandipini Sadhanalaya, Param Pujya Gurudev had come for the valedictory function to give Diksha. And after the process was over, Diksha was given. And after that, in the benedictory address, Gurudev very beautifully said, oh, it is like one hammer on the head. he said, "My dear brahmacharis, you all have studied the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads for 2 years. Now you will go out and work in the field. And when you go to your place of work, karma bhumi, don't ever think that you will change the world. 2 years you were with us. We could not change you. How can you change the world? Therefore, never expect that the world will improve because of you, because have you?" And then he showed a big question mark. Think. How much ever we may learn, how much we may be exposed to anything, that svabhavastu pravartate. Therefore, we should be careful on our own svabhava and not worry about the world, even in the wildest dreams. Therefore, Acharya says, sapne hu, even in your dreams, nahi dekhahi paradosha. Instead, see goodness in others, and if you want to see dosha, look at the dosha of your own self. Look, that is why, they say, if you show one finger to the other, 3 fingers are turned towards you. Therefore, look at these 3 and try to reduce those doshas in you. When I correct myself, I will no more have time to see the other person's dosha. And that is none of my business. Sapne hu nahi dekhai paradosha. We will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.